part of a royal route is special one, because this street is closed for regular traffic. Only buses, taxis, and tours with special permission like ours can drive in here. There are many restaurants, cuisines all around the world. This is when Warsawians and guests also enjoy their time during a day to have a lunch or during evening. And the name of this street is Nowy Świat. Please, repeat after me. Nowy Świat. Once more, I didn't hear you. Nowy Świat. And all together. Nowy Świat.
Beautiful!
Nowy Świat means new world. Nowy means new, Świat means world. When Warsaw was developing in early 1800s, it started to develop south to territory of summer residence of our king. So these buildings in here appeared in early 1800s, were destroyed during first 3 days of World War II and destroyed during first 3 years after. To the right, German restaurant Birchale, Italian restaurant La Cantina. To the left, ice creams, what you will see in our old town, very popular. Sushi to our left-hand side, and also Polish restaurant Zapiecek to our right-hand side, with pierogi in prices close to nothing. When Nazi occupation started in here in 1939, well, they weren't like a tsunami wave destroying everything on their way at the very beginning, because they wanted to make it a German city, Warsaw, according to Pabst plan, Adolf Hitler city planner. So, if they wanted to make it a German city, they needed to kill our culture first, so Fryderyk Chopin's sculpture was blown up first. Marshal Piłsudski's sculpture was blown up second. But Nikolai Copernicus' sculpture wasn't blown up. Nikolai Copernicus is famous Polish astronomer who said in early 1500s that this is the Earth that goes around the Sun, not Sun around the Earth. He pointed that Earth planet is round-shaped, not flat. His sculpture wasn't blown up because Nazi said that he is German. To our right-hand side, original, not destroyed, sculpture of Nikolai Copernicus. And to our left-hand side, you can see the Holy Cross Church, where Fryderyk Chopin's heart is located. Fryderyk Chopin died in France. He couldn't be buried in Warsaw because Tsar would have to agree. So, according to his last will, where your treasure is, there your heart is. His heart was cut off from his body after he died, and in little tomb transported to Warsaw, and is located in the column of the Holy Cross Church that we just saw to our left-hand side. To our left at the moment, this is where Fryderyk Chopin used to live in Czapski Palace, designed by Jan Christian Kamzetzer, and to our right-hand side you can see a gate of the University of Warsaw. The biggest Polish university at the moment, including 52,000 of students, mostly humanic directions. Languages, lawyers, journalists, politicians. This university was established by a Tsar of Russia, Tsar Alexander, in 1816. To our right-hand side you can see original, not destroyed church of Saint Joseph, where Fryderyk Chopin performed when he was 15 and 16 years old. Saint Joseph Church, original, not destroyed, from 18th century. And Cardinal Stefan Wyszyński, one of our best recognized priests in our history, because thanks to him churches in Poland were opened during communism in Poland, and he was the one who was supposed to go for Pope's elections. But communist government didn't let him go because they thought he would be elected. They wanted to send somebody unexperienced, Karol Wojtyła, John Paul II after all. To our right-hand side, Le Méridien Bristol Hotel, financed by famous Polish pianist Jan Ignacy Paderewski. It's been a hotel since 1901 and its original not destroyed, just as presidential palace to our right hand side. This is where Frédéric Chopin performed for the first time when he was 8. This is where our president rose and since now lives as well. Andrzej Duda, original not destroyed palace of Koniec Polski family, of Lubomirski family, of Radziwiłł family as well. This is where Peter the Great, Tsar of Russia, slept as well. And it's original, not destroyed. To our right, so what's original in Warsaw? What wasn't destroyed, I pointed. If I say nothing, it means it was destroyed and reconstructed. To our right hand side, Adam Mickiewicz sculpture, famous Polish-Lithuanian writer of a romantic period. There are bullet marks on the column, so that only column is original in here. And I have a question for you. But we've got some Polish friends on board, so I don't ask our Polish friends. I would like to ask the question to our guests from different countries. Do you know who Maria Skłodowska was?
No.
Do you know who Marie Curie was? The same person that was born in Warsaw and spent here 24 years of her life. After she married Pierre Curie, she changed her surname into Maria Skłodowska-Curie. And for 4 years of her life, he worked in here to our right-hand side. Right in here, this is where Marie Curie worked. In these days, Maria Skłodowska. To the right, St. Anne's Church and our old town. Our old town will be the last place that we will visit during our today's tour. We will hop out in one place, walk it throughout. We will go one direction only and Wojtek will wait for us on the other side of the old town. But before we will do this, we will go to territory of Jewish ghetto. Before World War II, Warsaw was second biggest Jewish agglomeration after New York. Almost 400,000 of people. 500,000 of people, including suburbs. And in Warsaw's Jewish ghetto, there were 500,000 of people located to die out of diseases and starvation. We will go to the heart of the ghetto, right to the center. We will see the sculpture of Heroes of Ghettos Uprising, and also we will see Pauline Museum. A museum of 1000 years of a history of Polish Jews. To our left-hand side, we can see the big theater and our national opera as well, which was designed and constructed in 1833 by Antonio Corazzi, but that was a day when these were days where this part of the planet were belonging to Russia, so they said that your national opera cannot be bigger than ours. So it's a little bit smaller, but nothing was mentioned about a stage. So just as in London, it's round-shaped and it can turn 360 degrees. One of the biggest and most modern stages still nowadays. Our national opera, the big theater. As far as you surely noticed, even though Poland is a part of the European Union since 1st of May 2004, there is no euro currency in here. There is Polish złoty. Why? At first, our economy was too weak to adopt euro, and then during crisis and all difficult years after, since 2007, 8, 9, it turned out that as far as you've got your own currency, you've got your own national bank that has a possibility to adjust to economical situation. So if we had euro, our national bank would be European bank that cannot adjust to one country only. Thanks to that situation, Polish GDP, Polish economy was increasing every single year during crisis. Thanks to our national bank and Prime Minister, who was eventually elected to be a Prime Minister of European Parliament because of this. To our left-hand side, Juliusz Słowacki, another famous writer of the Romantic period, and behind him there is our State Hall. There are 16 states in Poland, we are in Mazovian states, and to the left our town hall with yellow and red flag above, where our mayor of the city, Rose. She's been our mayor of the city for 11 years and she is doing perfect. Please take a look to your right hand side. This is where, in here, there are bus stops, tram stops, and there is an entrance to the underground. About 200,000 people are crossing this place every single day, and there is difficult to see a garbage a litter on a pavement. This city is clean. Because our mayor of the city is a lady. Obvious. Hanna Gronkiewicz-Waltz. She is doing very well. Right in here to our right hand side there is bluish skyscraper, and this is where biggest Jewish synagogue was. That was blown up personally by Jürgen Stroop on 16th of May 1943 when uprising in territory of Jewish ghetto ended. On the table of our mayor of the city there is a small sculpture of the big synagogue that was in here once upon a time, that she could see from her window if it survived. There were 450 synagogues in Warsaw before World War II. One survived next to the Palace of Science and Culture. But not only streets in here are very clean, also the air is very clean. When Warsaw was destroyed, 90% destroyed during World War II, reconstruction process took under consideration making streets wider. And natural corridors of winds are not affected by buildings that are in here. So CO2 pollution goes away with the wind. It's like natural air conditioning in Warsaw. Well, every cloud has a silver lining. There is a good side of every story. Even though that city is 800 years old, it was designed once more 70 years ago. CO2 pollution didn't cross any harmful level for your health of lungs. If you took a look to your left-hand side, you can see that this building is on a hill, to the left. This block of flats is on a little hill, to the left. Please take a look to the left. You can clearly see there is a hill. It's a not natural landscape in here. These are ruins of Jewish ghetto. Only communist architecture or modern architecture can be seen in here. No ray houses or terraced houses made of red bricks. There was no such word like ghetto before World War II. It's not about a place where poor people live and level of crime is high. No. Adolf Hitler made an experiment at the beginning of the war. Adolf Hitler made an experiment at the beginning of the World War II, how fast people are dying out of diseases and starvation closed in a prison in the city. And that experiment was made in Venice, Italy. So how this prison looked like? As many people as possible were placed in a regular block of flats, so that only wall was needed to be constructed around. The process of separation people with the wall in Italian is gettare. This is why a name for a ghetto. I would like to invite you outside for 10 minutes to show you all significant things about this place.